Wherefore I will not be negligent to put you always in remembrance of these things, though ye know them, and be established in the present truth.
And it came to pass that when man began to multiply, are we there? Visit the earth. The Bible says now, daughters were born unto them. Verse 2 says, and the sons of God saw the who? That they were what? That meant they took beauty over virtue. And today you can make yourself fair. Beauty can be painted on, pinned on, stitched on, glued on. They made themselves fair. The Bible says they choose beauty over virtue. And took them wives, polygamy. So you're trying to tell me that the angels then had multiple wives. But let's read on. And there were giants in the earth in those days. And when the sons of God now came, that word came, unto the other man, they bear children to them. And they say they have some creatures called Nephilims today. So when angels, when fallen angels had intercourse with human beings, they birthed a hideous amalgamated being called Nephilims, and the Nephilims were giants. That is a distortion of the text. Now, in order to understand the text, we must qualify and define who are the sons of God. Because if we can find this unlocks the whole text. Now, in the Bible, there are 3 definitions for the sons of God, but you have to read them in their context. Sons of God can symbolize, fill it in now, rulers of other planets. There is scriptural evidence to support that every planet has a son of God as a ruler. How do I know? Now, in the book of Luke, Luke the physician is backtracking the lineage of Adam. Look what he says now. He begins by Enos. Luke 3:38 says, which was the son of Enos, which was the son of, which was the son of, which was the son of. So in this context, Adam was a son of God. Adam was given dominion over earth. Ruler of. So every planet has a representative. That is why in Job, the Bible says there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves, and who showed up? Why did he show up? Because he had usurped earth. So he was, quote unquote, the son of God, represent earth. But Christ now usurped it back. Well, not usurped, won it back. Right? So sons of God can symbolize rulers of other planets. And by the way, there are more worlds out there. If you think we're the only one in this vast universe, think again. Right? Right? Sons of God can symbolize also angels. It is true. Sons of God can symbolize angels. It is true. Right? Job 38 says, when the morning stars sang together, all the sons of God shouted for joy. So sons of God can symbolize angels. But again, it must be contextual. Sons of God it also can symbolize now God's people or Christians. So there are 3 definitions biblically for sons of God: rulers of other planets, angels, God's people, or we call God's people today Christians. Right? Now here's the text now. Right? God's Christians now. The text says, we know it. 1 John 3:1, beloved, behold what manner of love the Father hath what? That we should be called the, who is the we? Christians. And the world doesn't know us. As a matter of fact, the world will be more lenient to a donkey or a chicken or a mule than a Christian. They'll be more patient with an alcoholic, a pedophile, a homosexual than a Christian. The world knows us not. Don't look for affirmation from the world. He says, beloved, now are we the sons of God. Sons of God can symbolize God's people. Now, with that said now, obviously, this could not be heads of other planets because they are unfallen. They don't enter our, we have been quarantined. Hello. We are cut off. You know, when you find you have cancer, we got to quarantine it. Our galaxy is quarantined. There's no life out there. Quarantine. Nobody can come in but angels. You know, when you have these hazmat suits, you got to put them on, man. Been contaminated. And nobody can go out. We're cut off quarantine. So it could not be other planets. And it could not be angels, because Jesus says, we shall be like the angels. We're not going to marry. So the sons of God must symbolize God's people. So when God's people, sons of God, saw the daughters of men, the wicked, they intermarried. And that was why the flood came. And by the way, who drowned in the flood? It's the chapter of the flood. Who drowned in the flood? Angels? Humans. Who were they? The daughters of men. Only the sons of God got on board the ark. There were 8 of them. Now, right? Look what happened now. The Bible, sons of God. Now, this phrase has been interpreted by men to symbolize that the sons of God are angels. This view must be rejected because punishment was meted out to human beings. And furthermore, angels do not marry. Are you with me? The sons of God were none other than the descendants of Seth. The holy lineage. After Cain killed Abel, God gave a Seth. And the daughters of man were Cain, his godless brother. These unholy alliance between the Seths and the Canaanites were responsible for the confusion, wickedness. God has ever warned his followers not to marry unbelievers, because the great danger to which the believer is thus exposed. Don't marry them. Some will make themselves eunuch for the kingdom than to transgress and live in sin. So the sons of God in Genesis chapter 6 were none other than Seth's descendants, daughters of man, Canaanites. They mixed marry, and then the confusion came. And God had to liquidate the earth by a flood.
Nothing at all would God hold back from you. Nothing at all for the sake of your life. No price was far too much for him to pay. God withheld from you